The scene shows the attic window and then zooms out to the view of the attic. It cuts to booba trying to open an attic door but failing and mostly falling down. He tries to cut it with a saw but the door falls on him. Booba uses a ladder to get up. He looks around before fully entering, and then proceeds to explore. He gets attracted by a music box and decides to grab it. Booba shakes it with curiosity, and then the music box opens and plays its song, revealing a miniature ballerina spinning along to the music. Booba tries to imitate the ballerina by spinning around but ends up getting dizzy and stands on the edge of the attic door and loses balance but manages to avoid falling and trips over the music box, and witnesses a wind-up frog leaping to him. Booba tries to catch it but it hops away. Booba manages to get the frog and dips his hand into the mouth. The wind-up frog mysteriously comes to life and starts moving. Booba starts shaking his hand vigorously to get it off and then manages to send it crashing into a wall and bouncing back into a chest. Booba opens the chest to try and find the frog but finds a voodoo doll. He lifts it up, and suddenly he is sent levitating up the air. He tilts the voodoo doll up and down, and he starts tilting up and down himself. He shakes the voodoo doll and starts to shake himself and ends up upside down. He punches the voodoo doll and they fall down. The voodoo doll lays down and Booba does too. Booba walks to a mirror and makes a funny face and sees Mirror Booba, who takes out a lollipop. Booba tries to take it from him but can't. Booba gets frustrated and goes into the mirror. His body is separated and Booba sees his tail and pulls it thinking it's Mirror Booba, but it's the separated part of his body. Booba proceeds to chase after his separated half on his hands and jumps on it, and realizes he put it on backwards and starts to run backward and scream, only to go into the mirror and get transported to a snowy area. Booba starts to get cold and hears a howl, and turns around and sees menacing eyes appearing from the shadows of the trees. Booba runs away and hits the glass. He starts banging on the glass, which reveals that he is trapped in a globe. Booba continues running and hides in a house. Booba, who thinks he's safe, looks around the house and it's filled with Christmas decorations and a chimney. An unknown person starts banging on the door, which startles Booba and forces him to run inside the chimney and climb up. The chimney lights up and blasts him to the sky. Booba hits the glass once again and causes it to tilt and fall, and get destroyed on impact, freeing Booba from its curse. Booba, still dazed, sees the same frog hopping to him. Booba doesn't know what's going on and runs to the window and starts roaring like a lion or some other feline, and the episode ends.